Good afternoon, students. In the last video we done solvent and structural impedance of absorption maxima. In this video we are going to discuss Beers-Lambert's law, quantitative applications of Beers-Lambert's law, and dissociation constant of a weak acid from UV visible spectrometer. First let's see Beers-Lambert's law. Beers-Lambert's law. We already know the principle of electronic spectroscopy. A monochromatic light is passing through a compound. The compound absorbs some energy of monochromatic light and remaining energy is emitted. The absorption of light, the absorption of monochromatic light is directly proportional to concentration, and that is depends upon nature of compound. That is the principle involved in electronic spectroscopy. Beers-Lambert's law says monochromatic light nothing but UV visible light is passing through a colored solution. The absorption of light is directly proportional to concentration of light, concentration of solution, and length of path. This is the Beers-Lambert's law. Simply UV visible radiation is passing through a colored solution. Absorption of light is directly proportional to concentration of solution and the path length of tube. So Beers-Lambert's law is expressed in the terms absorption of light is directly proportional to concentration of solution and length of path, where A is equal to absorption of light, absorption nothing but absorbance of light, C is equal to concentration of solution, and L is equal to length of path length of tube, nothing but thickness of tube. In general, in colorimeter experiment or in spectrophotometer experiment, length of path of tube always we have to take a 1 centimeter or 1 micrometer or 1 millimeter generally 1. So here A is equal to epsilon max into C into L. From A directly proportional to C into L, just we have to write A is equal to epsilon max CL, where epsilon max is equal to molar coefficient, molar absorption coefficient, molar absorption coefficient. This is a Beers-Lambert's law. Absorption of light is directly proportional to concentration of solution and length of path. Now let's see quantitative applications of Beers-Lambert's law. Quantitative applications of Beers-Lambert's law. Beers-Lambert's law is useful to calculate the concentration of unknown solution in quantitative analysis. In general, in spectrophotometer or in colorimeter, the main principle is UV visible spectrum of Beers-Lambert's law. That is, absorption is directly proportional to concentration of light and length of tube, path length of tube. Suppose in experimental section, just we prepared 5 samples with different concentrations. For example, the first sample have a 0.1 molar concentration, second one 0.2 m, third one 0.3 m, fourth one 0.4 m, and fifth one 0.5 m. Just we have to prepare 5 types of samples with 5 different concentrations. every sample is individually placed in a spectrophotometer or colorimeter. Result, absorption of light is observed, that is in terms of nanometers. So first one have 10 nanometers, and the second one 20 nanometers, third one 30 nanometers, 40 nanometers, 50 nanometers. So that is in the terms of 10 into 10 to the power of 4, like 20 into 10 to the power of 4, like every term is into 10 to the power of 4 nanometers, like. So 0.1 m concentration gives a 10 and 0.2 concentration gives a 20, like that. Now just we have to draw the graph paper in between, plotted in between absorption of light and concentration of solution. Absorption we have to take a y-axis. Concentration of solution we have to take x-axis. So simply concentration, so first one concentration 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5. And absorption of light, like 10 into 10 to the power of 4, like 20, 30, 40 and 50. So 0.1 gives absorption of light 10, like 20, 30, 40, 50. So we get such type of a graph. The line is passed through origin. The line is passed through the origin. Every solution concentration and concentration of solution and absorption, just we find like. For example, we have an unknown solution. Just we essential to calculate unknown solution concentration with the help of spectrophotometer or colorimetry by the principle of Beer-Lambert's law. Just that unknown solution placed in spectrophotometer or colorimeter experiment, and the resulting absorption is plotted in our already drawn graph. Like suppose the unknown solution have absorption value is here. Absorption value is 35. Suppose absorption is 35. So 35 value gives concentration of solution that is in between 0.3 and 0.4, like 0.35 or 0.36 or 0.34, etc. like. So this is a process. The process is useful to calculate concentration of unknown solution with the help of Beer-Lambert's law in spectrophotometer or the colorimetry experiment. This is the Beer-Lambert's law and the quantitative application. And next we will see dissociation constant of a weak acid. Now let's see. This is the final topic, dissociation constant of a weak acid. Dissociation constant of a weak acid. Dissociation constant nothing but ionization constant. Simply, let me consider a weak acid, that is acetic acid CH3COOH, and also dissociation nothing but ionization. That's why let me represent like this type of arrow. Result CH3COO minus plus H plus. Reactant and products simply. Compound and ions like. The dissociation constant can be represented K, ions concentration divided by CH3COO minus ions concentration divided by the acid concentration, that is looks as CH3 COOH, CH3 COOH. The dissociation constant of a weak acid can be determined with the help of spectrophotometer and with the help of Beer-Lambert's law. That is, just we have to calculate the concentration of acid and dissociated ions nothing but acetate and H plus ion concentration. So from starting to end, result we get dissociation constant from Beer-Lambert's law. Absorption is directly proportional to concentration of light and length of path. A is equal to epsilon max into C into L. The concentration of acetic acid and acetate ion H plus can be determined used by this formula. Concentration is equal to absorption of light divided by epsilon max molar absorption coefficient and length of tube. So based on this, just we calculate concentration of acid and ions like acetate and acetate ion and H plus ion. Result finally we get dissociation constant of a weak acid, that is acetic acid. So UV visible spectroscopy nothing but electronic spectroscopy done. In the next video we will discuss next unit, that is NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance.